Hey guys, what's up? Lingling is back with another video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about life on a Chinese campus, university campus. Why are we talking about this? Well, because recently I have persuaded my friend to come with me to China. So we're going to go together, and we were talking about what she was going to do there, and we decided, or I again persuaded her to go study Mandarin, a non-degree program at the university where I am going as well, so we could stay together while being there. Well, so while we were planning this, we were talking about where should we live. So we were discussing, should we stay on campus or off campus? So today I thought I would talk to you guys about living on a Chinese campus versus living off a Chinese campus, because I have done both before, and so I thought let's share some experience here, and yes, blah blah blah. Without further ado, let's get into this little topic or discussion, shall we? The first big difference about living on and off campus is who can you bring home? Yeah, because in China, many of the Chinese campuses have an international building and a Chinese building, and those two are separated. So if you bring a Chinese friend into your international building, you need to remember that they have to sign a document saying they're there. They have to give their ID card to the security guard who's sitting at the reception and checking all the video cameras everywhere. And they also have to say when they're going to leave again. Actually, in Beijing, they had to do this. Abroad, no, not abroad. In other Chinese cities, I was once staying in the northern part of China. The Chinese were actually not even allowed to walk into the international building. So I couldn't bring them into my house, into my apartment. And I was really like, what? Yeah, so I moved out. I moved out from that place pretty fast because I don't like that. I have a lot of Chinese friends. At that time I also had a Chinese boyfriend, and I was like, I cannot bring my own boyfriend to my apartment, not even to have a look at the apartment. So that's one thing you have to consider before you're going to China and living in a Chinese campus. Are you willing to give up the right to take Chinese friends into your place? You have to check, or you have to consider this before you go there. The second thing about these two, the differences between the campus, living off campus and on campus, is the price ranges. So if you do not speak Mandarin, and you want to live off campus, you would probably soon realize that the prices for a foreign room in a foreign apartment, like foreigners staying in an apartment, is more expensive than if you ask a Chinese friend to help you find a Chinese room in a Chinese shared apartment. But then again, you have to also consider the fact that there are cultural differences between living with foreign people and living with Chinese people. Another thing to consider. Also, before I actually thought that the dormitory was much cheaper than a room in an apartment, but I also very soon realized that it's not like that, because the international building is better than the other campus dormitories. So when you're a foreigner, you pay more. Again, this little thingy here is very expensive in China anyway. So you pay a price to stay in it. Well, obviously, you always pay a price. Blah. You pay rent to stay. No. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so you pay to stay in one Chinese. You don't pay anything. Whatever. So when you're staying on campus in the international building, you pay for the room, and you usually get a bathroom together with the room, independent, and then you can share the kitchen with like the whole hall of people, all the other rooms. It's a lot of people. If you stay in a shared apartment outside of the campus, you're only a few people in the apartment, so you share the bathroom, but you also only share the kitchen with a few other people, and there will probably be equipments as well. That's a good thing about renting in China. There will always be furniture in the apartments, both on and off campus. I don't know if it's like that in your country, but I know that in Denmark, when you're renting places here, it's usually empty, so that's quite annoying for people studying abroad, coming here for half a year and they blah blah blah. It's not even important. Whatever. So that's another thing to consider while you're in China, if you when you want to. That's another thing to consider when you're thinking about staying on or off campus. What's up? Lingling is back with another video. Today we're going to do real talk, and the topic is the little emperor syndrome.